Hello. Hello, hello. Hey guys, I don't know why there's no sound in the game. I'm using this recent live studio. I'm not hearing any sound in my game, but I hope you're hearing some. But let me check before I. Oh, there is some sound in the game, but no headphones. So I guess we're all set. So I'd like to review this game in this stream for today. So I've been playing this game for quite a while now, and I can say that it's very very interesting. So it's actually a free-to-play game that's like Genshin Impact, Wuthering Waves, and the like, but at the same time, it's not like those games. So why am I saying that it's not like Genshin or Wuthering Waves, aside from a few similarities? Well, first of all, the story is very compelling, and the character is very much active in the story. So she's not, I mean, the original character is not a mute character. She has an active part in the story. She speaks, and aside from that, there's a lot of content that can be done in this game that you can sink a lot of hours in. Like you have a lot of free time. I mean, just look at that map. I've only ever explored two regions so far, so I haven't explored this desert yet because I chose not to. It's too overwhelming. So here we have the first area and the second area, which are as equally as wide and immersive. What I'm doing now is that I'm farming trees, and that's the good part in this. You can freely anyway. It's actually a single player game that has the multiplayer elements again. But here, this GTA hard. when you're doing multiplayer because there's a lot of mini games. It's like Yakuza, it's like Witcher 3. Actually, if you haven't played this game yet, you will understand because for me it's hard to explain what this game is really trying to be. I mean, it's trying to do everything, and what I'm what I'm figuring out so far is that it's succeeding. I hate to say that it's kind of succeeding in being a game that's so diverse. I can say when I say diverse because there's a lot of modes that you can do. So like the typical gacha game, you have you have raids, you have this outpost clearing daily, those stuff never really went out. It's like the staple of a typical gacha game, but a little bit bearable because the grind is a little bit worth it, and every item can be obtained in game. So the gacha here is that the cosmetics are the only things that are being rolled. So stats, levels, there's no there's no paywall that's being gated. So we just want to look good in this game. That's just the gacha here, and they kind of lower the probability really, really low, like the last decimal point of a Bitcoin. Because I've rolled a lot of times already, and I've only ever gotten hats and a piece of cloth that looks like a rag. That's just the downside of it. So you're playing a free-to-play game, so they really want you to kind of spend for the clothes. So aside from that, let's just say, I mean, let's just have an overview of the typical gacha game features of this game. Actually, it looks like um, I'm understating but how good this game is. But let's start with it. The usual things that we see in a gacha. So first, you have this UI that's so cluttered. It's the only thing that I don't like here, aside from the grinding aspect. So you have a battle pass. You have these red icons everywhere that you have to click, which um, catches my attention for means to do rewards. But that's that, they have to this kind of game designs where actually I don't find it appealing because it really triggers your addiction. It's really programmed to make you feel addicted, like just like gambling apps. I just treat gacha games like gambling apps that don't have value in real life. But that's about it, guys. Way gacha. So I think I should go ahead and the small adjust the settings. So guys, why am I so hyped in this game? I'm actually very excited for it to be released, but unfortunately the mobile version has been delayed. It won't release on November 14, but the PC and PS5 release will be on November 14th. Kind of envious actually. So the very first thing that I like, I mean, another thing that I like about this game is that it's very accessible. Even though it looks kind of, to some people who have played PC or PS5 games that are modern, like Black Myth or Elden Ring or something else, this might not be um, this might not be visually appealing as those games. But just think about it, guys. This thing is on a phone, and it's actually visually appealing enough. And what's good about this thing is that it's actually not graphically demanding, because I've seen YouTube videos about this game that runs on Snapdragon 6 Gen 3, I think, on low settings, and it still looks good. So it's playable. It's like having Rise of Dawn on your phone. So if you have noticed, the game is like an action RPG. People say it's like Souls, but to me it's more like an action RPG, like a hack and slash. Ever played Vindictus before? That's the kind of game that I'm seeing here, or the kind of games that are like the Devil May Cry, peak of combat. And I don't know. That's just how I feel about playing this game. So there are a lot of things that you can. I mean, there's a lot of ways that you can play this game. You can have auto parry. There's a parrying assistant, so that the boss fights won't be that hard, especially on a phone. So phones aren't really the best devices to play at when we're talking about the Souls-like. But I put it in there. It's nice to have, because if I've ever played without it, I won't be able to finish the story or the boss fight. Won't be able to win. If you notice the kind of gameplay it has, it's like Assassin's Creed, Metal Gear, or something, or the Rise of Ronnie. like I've said earlier, if you haven't played it, you wouldn't really understand how confused this game is. And by confused, I mean it tries to incorporate a lot of game elements. Actually, in grinding outposts like this, you can actually play stealth, which is kind of nice. So I'm kind of recycling items because my bag is getting full. So yeah, there's also a an energy system, the typical gacha again. So actually guys, I'm a gacha hater. I hate it from the core. I hate it from the bottom of my heart. But this one is really the exception that I'm willing to accept because it's just too interesting. There's actually a story going on, and I haven't really talked about the side quests yet. I mean, those are the good things in this game, aside from the exploration. So you can actually call your horse, which is free by the way. You can collect them all, you can collect the horses in some specific areas. Oh no, oh no, no, restricted area. You can actually collect horses for free. There's a free horse. I mean, they just give everything to you without getting it behind the paywall. So you just want your horse to look good. That's the only time that you have to spend some money. But to be honest, you can really play this game without spending any time. There's no, there are no materials that are behind the paywall. You just have to grind it. Everything can be bought at the store. I mean, these are the things that I like about this game. I mean, I didn't know there's such thing in so this really sets it apart from the typical gacha games. At first, I was really skeptical about it. Like, what's the catch, or how do they make money? But it's been in China for around a year already, and it's kind of so it made me kind of wonder why have the typical gacha like Genshin or Star Rail or ZZZ if you can have everything like this. They give you the story, they give you progression, you know, they give you the flexibility to play the way that you like. And there are a lot of quality of features and miscellaneous stuff. That's actually fun to do and doesn't feel like it as work. Well, probably except this one. Actually, I've been grinding on a set of clothes. That's why I've been visiting outposts left and right. So here we are. I didn't know I was deflecting the arrows. It's just changed the way that I think about gacha games. Honestly, if you can do a gacha game correctly like this, then it kind of renders any other gacha game with a stat gating obsolete. So I hope that the other games will adapt and make a game like this one.
我还没活。
So I just turned on the fan. Just my phone might overheat. So that's the only thing that sucks here. Energy system. So my bag is full again. Mailbox is full of items. Just keep on recycling things. Just let check my battery, guys. 62. So I've been really pushing my phone to the limits. No, I really want an air conditioned room. Okay, so where was I again? So yeah, the only thing that you're seeing now are the outposts because I've been farming them. Like, I'm sorry guys, but I really want the item. I really want to get the item as soon as possible. But let me just show you the city, the main city in this game is Typhoon. So I guess, guys, I'll just review this on the go. What I have observed in what I have observed. I will tell you what I have observed in real time when I encounter it. So I'm going to bring you later, I guess, the, outside this world city.
咱家烟花威力大。
I'm going to show you how dynamic this is. So another game, I'm going to mention another game that this one's trying to be Red Dead Redemption 3. The NPCs have routines. I've actually seen some NPCs, the leaders of Rise, wake up. Then there's an NPC that cleans the restaurant.
出来，预备，
Yeah,
滑下去了，吃肥头肥
yeah. Sometimes they serving the customer. So there are a lot of things in this game that are thought out very well. I can say that. they did find it. So the combat's kind of clunky, so
秋冬做作业，敲山震虎，
so if your person likes role playing the role playing aspect in the game. Actually I've been doing role playing in World of Warcraft before.
过来吧你！
并肩造怪，有走点胆量。
Nothing like role playing single player.
秋冬做作业，
But the only thing that I don't like about it's using restaurants. I mean, it doesn't matter from the amount of skills, the team skills you have. It'd be nice, like still what's happening. You know, I eat, order, something.
谁？
But yeah, so far they've been doing a really good job. I mean, look at this. It's just a medium settings, but look at how detailed this game is. You can even have a photo. I mean, some photo mode here. That's detailed, I think. But there's a lot of options here. You can change the focal length, you can change the aperture, like a real camera. You can also change the poses. You can have the fan, just kind of take a snap like that. So these quality of life features are actually nice to have, but I didn't know that they would actually make it this big. That's the thing that um, makes me surprised about this thing. So aside from that, guys, you can actually upload a 15-second video of anything, and the game will kind of capture it and render it straight to the game's engine. So I have saved some templates here. If you're from the Philippines and you know what Gento is, you know the song, I've actually uploaded a dance practice feature here, and it just kind of, and the game just kind of read everything about it, even the camera angles. So, so let me just, oh, I have already deleted it, but yeah, that's, I think this is new jeans, you know, the Gito song. Then this one is super shy. Couldn't actually play the song because it might have a copyright strike. They even have the song, they even store the song to the database. But it's kind of sus actually. You know, who knows what they might be using it for, since you're training an AI. I guess that's the reason why this game is free. Because you know they're getting paid by AI companies to train AI. But I hope they won't use it for dubious purposes. I mean, the feature's kind of fun. Really adds, I mean, even though it's kind of immersion breaking, kind of adds to the role playing aspect. I mean, that's what I like about it. Okay, I think I have finished grinding every map possible. I mean, every outpost possible. So I guess I'll just grind a little more later. Uh, but let me tell you guys another thing that I don't like. It's the currencies. There are a lot of currencies in this game. I mean, like this one. Now you have some black tickets. Where's that? Here. You can see there are three currencies. Actually, just jade thing. It's like the Prima gems in Genshin. They give you bit by bit, like 5 or 10, sometimes 80, but the mechanics, I guess, I mean, the idea is just the same. They give you bit by bit, then you roll 10 times, but they're quite generous actually. I think I have rolled multiple times already. I think maybe 5 times. Collecting them is just easy. So this is the thing that I've been grinding recently. So I got like 60 left, or maybe 30 because I have 30 boxes there. So if you guys don't know, this outfit is from a boss, from the first boss actually in the campaign. So that's another good thing about this game is that you can farm the the outfits of the bosses. So this one is an outfit that that's from the boss of a side mission. So I haven't really faced him yet because they say that's the most powerful side character boss that can be faced. It has three faces actually. So yeah, this three mask and this, that's the outfit of the boss that I don't want to face. Actually, I'm torn between picking up this or this, but I guess I'll go farm this in the hair instead. So yeah, that's another thing that I don't like. They just diversified a lot of things. You have jade pearls, you have fishes, you have just have a lot of currencies that gives you a headache. So I guess after I farm this boss once, I'm going to show you how expansive the world is in this game. And before I log out, I think I've been underestimating this game because I really like it. There's a bias. There's already an inherent bias, but I've only been saying it's actually, you know, if we're based on Hollywood games and this one is an outlier. You know, because if you're going to ask me, there are any quality games in anime, I'm just going to stare at you with a blank face. because there's none. There's literally none. And you consider those gacha games as games, I might have to disagree with you. No, none of them are worth. Not one of them is worth to be called anything serious. I mean, I can say the same with this one, but at least this one is tolerable. You know, you can actually do anything. And I might just narrow it down to Android because iPhones, you know, they actually pulled the trigger and introduced some quality games to their platform. Like Resident Evil, like Death Stranding. I haven't seen those games yet on Android. I mean, why? Why not? An Android phone, a Snapdragon processor these days are more powerful than a Nintendo Switch. You can have everything on your phone. Why still gatekeep those games? It just doesn't make sense because in an ideal world, a Nintendo Switch won't be too relevant. So as promised, I'm going to show you around the world. So I'm going to show you first the kind of travel modes here. So you have already seen there's a fast travel, but here we can also fly short distances. So let me show you the typical wuxia uh, theme, typical powers of a wuxia character. So here we are, we're going to fly, actually using a spear here. So yeah, you can actually fly like those things you see in martial arts movies and ancient that were set in ancient China. I mean, I've only been ever exposed to wuxia or anything like it with the Jet Li movies. So actually, these kinds of themes are pretty popular before the Hong Kong films, martial arts movies. But honestly, I didn't have any kind of exposure. So why did I get interested in skiing? There's because I like the historical aspect of it. It's kind of ties into the ancient Chinese history. Is actually set during the Five Dynasties and Ten Kingdoms period, and kind of in the transitional period to the Song Dynasty. So I'm really kind of expecting lots of content here. We might be visiting the territories of the Liao dynasty or the other dynasties within this time period. But so far, there are only three regions. The Song's capital, its border region, and also the farthest border regions of China, the corridor, Hexi corridor, I think. But it's more tied on the fictional. It's more of a fictional place than the real Hexi corridor. so I'm not exploring it yet. So another thing, another travel aspect of this game is running, like pre-running. Actually, you're more faster in running than riding a horse. So I'm going to show you this before I ride the horse because in the other regions you cannot do this. So you have to visit a trainer or some sorts to get the talent to be able to run or fly in a certain region. It kind of reminds me of World of Warcraft actually. You know, you uh, kind of need something to be able to fly in a specific region. Yeah, the same applies here. So let's go, let's run. So while running like this, you can actually free run or parkour. You can jump off ledges like this one. You can even just kind of autopilot. You don't have to click the jump. So in this auto parkour feature, I kind of give it a rating of at least you tried. At least they try to implement this feature because sometimes you get stuck on a tree. Not that good. Okay, is the next thing that I'm gonna discuss, guys. Is another thing that I don't like. Where's that locust? I mean grasshopper collecting strange things. There are a lot of stats that are tied in. I mean, there are a lot of equipment that are tied into stats that requires exploration. You know, like collecting insects, solving puzzles, and what else? Yeah, collecting puzzles or collecting butterflies. You know, like in Genshin. You know those floating things. They take you somewhere, and they kind of give you an overview of the place, like in Assassin's Creed, you know, where you go to the top or something like that. Now, I'll show you if I ever encounter one. But yeah, there are, I think it's part of Wuxia as well, the cultivation. You're really cultivating everything here from your mind, your character's mind, your character's strength. So to cultivate strength, there's kind of a lot of mini games that you can play. One is sumo wrestling. In cultivating the mind, I think there are also mini games there like playing mahjong, card games, Chinese. They're all Chinese, so I don't really understand what they're about. Okay, let's try to kill this guy. Wait, this guy looks like he couldn't beat me. Oh, I think it's kind of tied on quest because
敲山震虎，
there's a slab that can be read. Okay, I don't understand that. So I'll just beat his ass. Okay, here's the horse. Actually, I can't do the free running thing here. So as you can see, guys, there's a lot of variety here. There are people playing
哟，这位
cards.
少侠，来歇个脚吧。要治饮
There
子
are
还是渴
people
了？
eating, so they actually change over time. I don't really remember which part of town, uh, which which part of town the people that I saw there dropping grains of rice, mixing rice. So there are actually farmers here,
拎着女儿，
some carabaos. It's really immersive, guys. Really, really immersive. So here, they're mixing rice. The only thing that bothers me is the lack of variety in NPC models. So let's just try to observe what they're doing here. So let's try this delivering pace. Probably this is probably the hardest. So it's gonna drop it. So actually when I budge an NPC before, he went back and picked it up.
25，这车装不下呀。
Let's try budging him when he picks up another stack of hay. I mean harvest. Okay, I dropped it. I made him drop it. Okay, he picked it up again. Let's see if the hay got disappeared. You know, the thing he dropped earlier. Yeah, it did disappear. It disappeared. So it is just one of the routines of the NPCs that change over time. It depends on the time. You can actually adjust it, you know, like in Witcher, you can adjust the time. That's why I'm saying that this game is a very weird animal, because for a free-to-play game, they really went all out.
儿上月。
You know, if I'm gonna make a free-to-play game, the story gets a backseat. You know, these things take a backseat. But no, they did. They actually did a full-fledged game. I mean, a feel of a full-fledged game for a free-to-play. So here you have people mixing rice. So I'm just really in awe in all of this. That's why I'm reviewing this game. I'm not paid. I'm not a paid shield. you know, when you see that the game is good, you just go and spread the word, kind of talk about it, and hope it gets normalized because the gacha, the gacha scene is really predatory. Yeah, I just hope that they won't change their model. It's really great to me. You know, the trade-offs aren't that heavy hitting unlike other games. So it is
哎，这
just
麻饼不错。
outside
幽灵姐姐
the
好像
main
又买
city,
哇，
Kaifeng. It's really it's really immersive. You know, I have nothing to say about this aspect of this game because it really is immersive. Oh wait, let's call the horse again. I think I saw the people mixing rice here around this place. I mean, dropping some bag of rice. So let's go here.
阿狸姐姐好狠的心呢。
打什么牌好呢？
Yeah, it's these guys.
来来来，再来一壶。
你是水牛啊，这茶也是能喝醉的，我可不想送你去医馆。
So I would have reviewed the more important aspects of this game. But you know, when you end up reviewing small things like this, you know that the game is kind of good. Except that part where they kind of stack it on each other. But yeah, let's see if they're gonna stack some rice again. Yeah, just a bit of chicken. I don't know if I kill the chicken, I get a wanted. I get a warrant of arrest because yes, there's a wanted system here. You know, an NPC can frame you over a crime you didn't commit. You can hire lawyers in the form of other players so that they can defend you. There are some times that other players will hunt you. So in this aspect, it's like Dark Souls where they invade your world and they chase you until you go to jail. So my character has been to jail once and it was the worst
一
experience
年陈还是3年
of
陈？
my life because it really gated the time before you can go free. So I actually chose
来
the
来来，
option to get
再来一壶。
paraded
你是
to
水牛
town.
啊，这
It
茶
took
也是
like
能喝
10
醉的，
minutes.
我可不想送你去医馆。
It was a nightmare. So yeah, I think I'm going to farm once I hit the 1 hour. I think that's enough. I have 45 left in my battery. Let's change clothes first. So here guys, another aspect of the dress up. So yeah, another game that it's trying to be a dead dress up game. You can actually choose variation of clothes. Some can be dyed, some are not. Like this one, you can change its color, but this ones they cannot be. These are the default colors. So you can also save some presets here. I've saved three. This actually the clothes that my character has been wearing ever since. And it took a lot of grind to be able to. Oh no, I changed it. I should have I should have chosen the cloth icon at the download. Now I have to change it again. Wait. So here we have the clothes. So where did it go? Oh, this one. Then the pants. Then the hair. So these are the hairs that I rolled from Gacha. Even an afro here. So yeah, I'll get some accessories in, and I'm gonna save it again. Okay, so guys, when this game gets released, I really hope that's gonna change the scene, the mobile gaming scene, because I've been starving for some quality games for quite a time now. So let me farm one last boss before I go out. So one last thing that I want to let you guys see are the side quests. So the side stories and the side quests narratives aren't really just there for the sake of being there. They actually have some stories to tell. There are narratives, and your character is an active part of the story. Like there's this one side quest that has you helping a guy court a lady. It's kind of sweet actually. So you can actually use two weapons here in this game. So the weapons are divided by martial arts. For a weapon, you have like two martial arts that you can use. This one plays like a welcome dungeon. You have charge. You have a shield. You have this kind of monster hunter charge thing. Yeah, I guess I'll stop playing now. Still have to get my hair cut. So I think there's one who liked this game. Thanks, thanks a lot. I guess I'll have another stream about this game or if I have some free time to freely discuss about this game. So sorry guys, I'm really hype about this because it's the first time I've ever seen a mobile game of this scale. You know, it's like a mishmash of Witcher 3, Ghost of Tsushima, Rise of Ronin, Assassin's Creed, Metal Gear, Red Dead Redemption. You know, it's a confused animal. There's even a battle royale mode here, you know, like Naraka Blade Point, which is also from the same publisher. But there's just a lot of things that can be done. Though people say it's 150 hours of content, but I believe it's more than that. There's just a lot of things to explore here. Look, in the Chinese version, maybe you can sink in thousands of hours and not still be done with the things that you can find or discover. You know, because there's a lot of side quests, there are a lot of questions that are independent, that are that are kind of their own stories. So that's it, guys. I guess I'll see you on the next stream. I'm gonna upload this again so that I'll get some views. Not again, not a shield, just someone who recognizes a good game when it finds one. So again, thanks guys, and have a good one.